All right, we are at the midway point, at least in terms of months. Through the season, everyone should have hit 81 games. We're at the end of June or July 1st, however you want to look at it. So let's take a look at the standings around the league. In the NL East, the Braves lead their division. They have a 4.5 game lead over the Phillies. Those are the only two teams that have a winning record. In the Central, the Cardinals is like smack dab at the midway point of the season, 81 games played, as are the Cubs. They both have winning records. We are just shy of 60 wins. Cubs are 15 games back. We have the biggest division lead in baseball. Milwaukee has played themselves into 500 and in wild card contention, as we will see shortly. In the West, the Padres have bounced back from a slow start. They're 53 and 29. Dodgers the same, 45 and 36. The D-backs have cooled off, losing their 5 in a row as they drop to third in the division. The wild card, the Dodgers have the first spot, Phillies second, Cubs hanging on to the last spot. D-backs, their cold streak has dropped them to out of the playoffs. Currently, they're 1 game out. Milwaukee, 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. The Mets 5 back, and you got the Giants and Pirates 7 and 8 back respectively. In the American League, the Blue Jays, thanks to us beating the Yankees in the last game, have now taken back the lead in the AL East. The Rays, winners of 7 in a row, have now played themselves back into contention. They're 3 games out. In the Central, the Guardians, Twins, and White Sox still playing musical chairs for the division lead. Guardians currently lead it. Twins 2 back. White Sox 2.5 back. Tigers slumping a little bit, as are the White Sox, but the Tigers are 6.5 back now. Royals just trying to beat out the A's. Barely. Rangers lead the AL West. Angels 5 back. Obviously, Ohtani's injury played a huge part in that role reversal. Astros, 2 games above 500, sits 7 back, so still hanging around. Mariners and A's struggling this year. Wild card, the Yankees have the top spot. Rays behind them. Angels claim the last wild card spot, and then you have a little bit of a logjam behind them. Twins a half game out. White Sox a game out. Astros 2 out. And then a little distance from there, Tigers 5 back. Red Sox 8.5 back. I'll take a look at some of the league leaders around baseball. Tough break, literally, for the Pirates. Ryan Reynolds having a great year, but he will be out for pretty much the rest of the season. He has a fractured arm. He's missed 2 to 3 months. That pretty much kills his season. He was playing pretty well. You can see batting .367 is dropped from being batting .403, but still 11 home runs, 37 runs batted in. OPS over 1,000, having a great season, and that's all for nothing. And the Pirates are probably going to suffer because of it. Tatis, 352, quote unquote rookie Tatis, because he was added to the roster. Machado, Michael Harris II, and Juan Soto. Luis Garcia, shout out to him, batting .313. He's had a great year for the Nats. Got to give some love to guys that aren't going to get it. Home runs, Tatis. I mean, he did have that game. We'll just go to RBI first, because he did have the game where he drove in 10. 81 driven in. Adames 65, Jazz, Mr. Coverboy 58, Tellez 58. So obviously Adames and Tellez really helping out Milwaukee in terms of getting wins. Machado, Soto, just nasty. Betts down there. Lindor, Ryan McMahon cooled off after a hot April, but still top 10 with 53 home runs. Joey Meneses, 7th. Christian Walker also cooled off a little bit, 18. You see, hey, look at this guy. Arenado, Cart, tied for 9th in home runs. Pete Alonso, not a big fan of him right now. I don't think many Cardinal fans are, but whatever. 18 home runs. He's also tied for 9th. Let's look at wins. A couple guys with double digits. You see Waino, Wright, Musgrove, Burns, and then you have a handful of people that are on the verge of getting their 10th win. Montgomery, Miles, I'm looking at both of them. Miles just got his 9th. Jordan hopefully will get his 10th very shortly. Saves, Helsley, 32. Hater, 30. And you got a couple of guys getting close to the 25 mark. Dominguez and Phillips. But these two guys, Payson in the National League, flip it over and go backwards in the American League. Hendricks, 27. I don't know how long it took the real life White Sox to get to 27, but hey, here we are. Brock Burke, Romano, tied for second. Going down the list, Clase in the 8th spot. I don't see Mr. King up there for the Yankees, even though they have a lot of wins, which lets you know they're winning pretty, I don't want to say easily, but their wins are in situations that don't need a guy to close out the game. It's kind of nice. Gilbert, he's gonna still be out for a while. Torn finger ligament. That just sounds painful. As someone that has that damaged ligament in his finger, can't imagine what it's like pitching. So that's a lot of pain. But you have a group of guys with 10, 3. You have a couple of guys that are close. Gilbert obviously will have to wait a bit with the injury. You got Nestor with 8 wins. We'll talk about Jose, I'm sure, during the stream. 8 wins. Got to actually let him go deep in games. OPS, look at that. Mike Trout, 1162. Look at, let's look at that. Look at the gap. First of all, it's hard to get to 1,000. You only have 3 people at 1,000. Trout's 1162. This is what happens when Trout's healthy. 29 home runs, 71 runs driven in, 330, 738 slugging. Just nasty. It's nasty. That's really all you can say. Oh, by the way, if you didn't catch the YouTube video, Randy Arozarena season is done. Tore his Achilles. He's having a great year too, by the way. 16 home runs, 40 runs driven in, 333, 627 slugging, 17 stolen bases, and we for sure will not see him with that injury, so that kind of sucks. Base on balls, Vlad. Kind of odd to see him. I don't know how many of them are intentional. It would be nice if you could see that, but it is what it is. IKF leading the American League in stolen bases. Get your heart out, Yankee fans. Runs driven in. Trout's number 1. Bell, Ramirez, 58. Probably a big reason why the Guardians get wins. Theo Rodon and Abreu. Abreu started to heat up. His hit streak has kind of propelled his numbers, and that's helping the Astros get some dubs. Kerry Carpenter doing good stuff for the Tigers. Hey, Carp, doesn't matter if you're in American League or National League, we always love those. And then your total league leader in home runs, Trout, just shy of 30. I wonder if Trout will get 60 home runs. We'll see. Batting average, well, obviously Randy's won't hold up because won't qualify. But Trout, 330. Taylor Ward, 319. Ed, 311. Well, don't know if he'll be able to keep it going either. Injuries hurting some of the teams here. George Springer, 305. Devers, 300. You got 12 guys in the American League batting 300 or higher. 11 in the National League. Not bad. Not bad.